Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Mr. B.
hi, hi. How are you?
I'm good. Good evening. How are you?
A very good evening. I am well. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Oh man, Oma
Yeah.
Array. Oh, you are doing amazing stuff, and
Thank
I think I will not be in a better position to introduce you perfectly. So I'd like you to introduce yourself and also introduce the Digital Creator Academy because it's doing amazing stuff. Please, and when you introduce it, give it the
you.
strength that it deserves.
I'll try my very best. Thank you so much, Mr. B. You're also doing amazing stuff. I don't talk a lot in the community, but I can see people engaging around microdrama and vertical filmmaking, and I'm very
Mm,
excited about that. So down to Oma. My name is Ifoma Are. People call me Oma. I'm a creative business consultant for
mm,
Africa
mm.
and a producer for film as well. And came across Microdrama a couple of years ago, tried to do it, learned it or trained with my team, and
Mhm.
then tried to enter into the space and saw that it was a little harder than we had anticipated because we're not seeing any African faces in
Yeah,
microdrama, even though we were consuming the content. In fact, in Nigeria, where I'm primarily based, Nigeria is a top 5 download country for
mm,
microdramas in
yeah.
some months. And
Mhm.
but we're not seeing any faces that look like us. So as producers, we reached out to a couple of the platforms. They were like, "Oh, how cute," but nothing like no serious engagement with
Yeah,
what we were doing. And so we started, oh, why are they not taking us seriously? I mean, we create content across Africa that moves across.
mm,
Microdrama is exactly the kind of emotional beat that
yeah,
Africans love. We have so many stories that fit this format. Why are they not interested in what we're doing?
yeah.
And so by then we had met a couple of practitioners in
Mhm.
microdrama. We were able to do some training sessions as well and for our teams, but it was not enough. So the next level was my co-founder, his name is Elijah Afi, and myself. We decided, okay, instead of just training our teams, how when you just train one team, what happens at the end of the day is it's less than a drop in the ocean, right? It's not
Yeah,
going to change anything. It's not going to move any needle of any
yeah.
sort. And I had gone across the continent, and everybody's guilty pleasure was microdramas. We'd be in
Mm,
meetings, and people would say, "Oh, this is what we're doing." And for us, how are we going to get into this space and just get into this space at the point where the industry is still young? Because this is the first time for us that Africa has the opportunity to join an industry at its infancy.
yeah, yeah.
And that's how the academy, we did already have an academy where we would do different trainings for creators, but that's how we
Mm,
pushed off the Academy for Vertical Filmmaking and Microdrama. And in talking to the experts, we now came up with what are the most important roles that you can start with microdrama. And so we started with vertical directing, production and production management, script writing, key, and of course, editing. These are the key things
mm,
that you need to put out a
mm.
microdrama, a world class microdrama.
Yeah,
And
and
so
we
we
are
put
going
that out.
to.
We
Um, s-
yeah.
Sorry, Omar, and I was going to say we are going to get into detail with the different streams because I know you've got an amazing program with very relevant streams. But before we go there, let us dispel something, Omar. You and I have been talking. This thing of there are some people that think vertical is just turning the camera, this way. That is the mindset that we need to dispel because this space requires a different approach. Can you perhaps talk to
Yeah.
us in terms of just that, how important it is for someone to go through some education and also change the way they think, that it's not about taking, those are two different formats.
100%. 100%. some of the people that have taken part in our cohorts are people that have worked, for instance, on Netflix or Prime. So they come into this with a mindset, oh, I already know what I'm going to do. I have an idea of exactly what needs to be done. And that's the wrongest mindset to enter microdrama with. For instance, if you were entering microdrama in 2025, you'd be entering an $11 billion industry. If you're entering microdrama in 2026, you're entering a $14 billion industry. So it's
Yeah.
time to sit down and think and say, perhaps I should, pay some attention and see what's the tech and what's the math behind it.
Yes.
Why do
Yes.
I need to learn, like, to stop the scroll? You're facing somebody that is coming to watch a film has already decided to give a certain time commitment to the film. For
Mhm.
microdrama, you're usually just capturing the audience as they're moving, and you're competing with billions of content. So you
Mm.
have to ask yourself, is my work worthy of the first 3 seconds of somebody's time? That's the
Mm.
first part
Mm.
of decision making. And then they have
Mm.
important things to do. Maybe they just woke up in the morning and they're just swiping through, and their plan is, oh, I'm going from here to there. Your
Yeah.
goal or your thinking is, how do I get them to sit a bit more and then decide that this is worth their time? And that's the decision. So
Hey.
how you approach microdrama is different from how you approach filmmaking. So for a lot of us, for some of the people that we taught at first, we had that challenge. You're thinking with that eye, that traditional filmmaking eye. And unfortunately, it does come with some arrogance, which I don't think
Mm.
people are intentional about. But it comes with,
Mm.
I'm coming to elevate this space. And there is no problem with having the vision of elevation. But before you get there, you must ask yourself, what is the format and what makes it
Yes.
work? Because you're coming
Yes.
to play in a format that is already existing.
Oh
So
man.
the fact that people like to say, "Oh, we think out of the box." Yes, but you must first know the dimensions of the box. You must know, oh, this is the angle where this goes. So
I
that's
like
what I
that.
always tell people. In fact, we didn't start that way, but these days, before we start any stream, any course, we have a
Mm.
microdrama
Yeah.
session where we say,
Yeah.
just everything you know, just keep it by the door. It's going to prevent you from taking in some of the training because you're going
Yeah.
to see it and you're going to assume, I know what to do already. I will tell you,
Mhm.
even some editors with beautiful, brilliant ideas that would not take time to learn, and until the thing meets them at the point of post production, and then it starts making sense. Some of the decision making starts making sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've worked with directors that have thought that same way. I would tell you, to
Yeah.
save time and to make sure that your first vertical project works, you need to keep everything you know by the door
Mm.
and first learn, why is this format like this? The format is
Yes.
like that for a reason. So I do think
Yes.
that the microdrama mindset is a very important thing to come, because a lot of people, especially from traditional film, that come into it with a, oh, I'm going to come and change this space and elevate this space. But you must
Yeah.
first respect what was built in the space. And once you have that, once you learn the law, then you can break it, in my own opinion. Once you learn the
Mhm.
dimensions of the box, then you
Yeah.
can go outside it and do whatever it is that you want to do. So I think that a lot of the relationships that we have built is because we insisted not on copying what works, but on learning it. After learning it, then we can now decide how are we
Absolutely.
telling these stories as Africans? Because it's
Absolutely.
faster for us to learn.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not, we're
Yeah.
going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because I would tell you naturally that a lot of the first conversations that we had, I would leave the meeting feeling like, oh, these people were like, oh, how cute, oh, good idea, oh. So there's this
Mm. Sounds
natural
good.
looking down on looking down on what you're doing first before
Yeah.
they start paying attention. Because for us, the what we had to prove was that there was interest in
Yes.
content that comes out of Africa, because that's the biggest myth, that there is no
Mm.
interest in it. And with that, I went back and we got some data, primarily data from YouTube, Nollywood
Yeah.
YouTube, I would tell you, and I'll give you an example. in 2025, between 2024 to 2025, there
Yeah.
were 1.4 billion views on 70 Nollywood YouTube channels alone. Now,
1.4.
out of those channels, 4 billion views, yes. Out of those views, 70% of those views were diasporan views.
No.
So what does that tell you?
There is a market out there.
70% of the audience consuming African content
Yeah.
they were not in the continent.
What?
There is a market, and there is that paying market out there. And as usual, I'm so happy with what is happening with the Polygamist on Netflix, because those are the things that end up creating formats that work. And if you look at it properly, you can see all the cliffhangers. There are so many recipes for microdrama from the beginning to the end. And
Yeah.
once something like this moves forward, it allows other people to move forward. It is a clear indication that there is love and there is consumption of African content. And that's how we're pushing these things. So once those conversations are had, that's when we started getting back from them. Okay, we're coming into the continent, we want to commission a few things. We're happy that you're doing it in the format we know that works. I will tell you that we started with romances. The first commissions that we made to students were romances. Guess the next commissions. Detective thriller with romance, of course. There is a horror one in the works. There is so much, and it is also because they had lent it. I can't wait for people to see some of the work that has, taken like a couple of months behind the scenes to develop. But it is from exercising those things that decision making became better, and people started deciding, oh, we can tell these stories. For script writing, we can do this. So this is how it happened, and we reduced. I think maybe that question can come later, but yes. So the microdrama mindset is
sorry, let me interject there. I think I like what you said, especially about the fact that with a film, people dedicate time and they go into the cinema and they know that they've taken 90 minutes out of their time to watch this film. But I've realized that with microdrama, you are competing with a lot of things. This thing has everything. It has TikTok, it has Instagram, it has YouTube, it has your photos, it has your life, it has your emails. When you have to develop content and get someone's attention from this, because people are ready, and that culture is what gave birth to the microdrama. But you know what? We are going to come back. When we come back, Omar, I want you to talk to the streams. So we're gonna come back. Just stand by, ne? Just stand by.
Okay. Thank you.
Africa, a continent where creativity has no limits. Nollywood leads, but the global stage demands more than just passion. Bridging the Divide, Video Rebirth, and DCAA. 100 filmmakers. One industrial-grade engine. This is Bach. Redefining African filmmaking. The future is AI native.
All right. So thank you very much, Omar, for standing by. Now, talk to us about the different streams in your training program, because you've got an amazing training program that is meant to make sure that African creatives are properly readied for this format. Can you talk to us about that and what all these different streams cover?
Yes. So the first stream is script writing. And script writing is also one of those streams where, script writers come and they think that, they know exactly how it works. But script writing is the first stream. It's the first and the most important building block for microdrama. You must have the script. You must understand the pacing. You must understand the cliffhanger. You must understand the emotional beats. You must decide whether a story can carry through. Because a lot of people
Yes.
don't understand that you might have a fantastic story, but
Mm.
if the traditional number of episodes you need is 60 episodes, so you're going to have to decide whether the tension engines are going to run through 60 episodes. And what
Yeah.
are you going to? Because sometimes people start with stories, like with some writers, and when they pitch, you start with a story and you find out that it's going to come somewhere in the middle and it just gets lazy because you've run out of
Yeah.
what other tension engine do I use? You understand?
Yes.
You have to
Yes. Yeah.
learn as a writer to write for the paywall. The paywall is the point at which, oh, they've
Mm.
stopped watching the free stuff, and now it's time for you to, make money per episode. So you have to learn to write for the paywall to decide when the ideal time. The usual paywall is 10 episodes, but you have paywalls at 8 episodes. You even have some at 6 because it's
Yeah.
all
This is
the
where
point where
someone
the
now
money
must pay.
is coming in. Yes. So as a writer, you have to understand the mechanics behind deciding where the paywall comes in. You have to
Yeah.
decide how you're running through the story, where the story is beginning to drop. There's so many elements in script writing that are so technical in how you start a story, how you close a story. And um, I remember one of the classes that we had, and the writer had
Mm.
a very good script. And we opened up the script and we had to show the writer, oh, this person is going to drop off at 30 seconds. And this is why. Those are part of the things that you find out when you're doing the writing and you think about how to sustain it. So script writing is one. The second one is the vertical directing.
Yeah.
We find that a lot of DPs excel with that because and this is people that have already decided that okay, we want to master this format and learn the format. So they learn
Yes.
how to even shoot those beautiful pictures that they're looking for.
Uh-huh.
Because the thing about microdrama is if you watch it actively over the years, you will see that there's an actual elevation in the storytelling. It's growing, it's elevating by itself. So
Mm-hmm.
the directors are a crucial part of it. How are you at this point? What point do you zoom in? How many extra
Yes.
shots do you need to take?
Yeah.
Because we work
Yeah.
with some that they underestimated elements. So
Mm-hmm.
with our directing stream, we go down to the shots. You do your full shot list, the extras. There's a couple of things that you must do. In fact, before we
Mm.
commission, we have SOPs for everybody that is under a commission that you must meet. Because
Is
if
it?
not, you are creating content that is not going to be accepted. Yes, you must. So the directing stream is next. Very important as well is the production part. I think a lot of producers are very shocked, and as a producer myself as well, when we started the first ones that we did, it's a little shocking because you see, oh, I have to make better decisions, and the whole the economics behind microdrama, you must keep your costs, you must manage your costs.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
must manage your costs. How am I making the best decision? So if you see most microdramas are shot in a location that has multiple use. If you go
Ah.
and you have a market scene, for instance, then you have to leave and go to the market. And there's so many
Mm.
decisions you have to make as a producer
Yeah.
to casting, to there is so many things for a
Mm-hmm.
producer to budgeting.
Mm.
Locations are very key in microdrama. There's certain decisions you're going to make as a producer, and it's just enlightening and exciting to learn. And then there
Mm.
is editing. The
Yeah.
I'll tell you something about the editor. The editing stream, I think, is one of the most important stream, the most important things in microdrama because
Yeah. Yeah.
no matter what you're done with, you need an editor that understands pacing, understands where to put the music, understands what is playing underneath, the layering of everything. It is such a, but it's such a complex thing. However, what I've also learned is that once they get the hang of it, I've seen
Mm.
editors that just and they're able to make decisions really fast because sometimes they're going to see stuff that you didn't plan for. But an editor, a very good microdrama editor, is able to make very quick decisions. That is one of you can't edit your microdrama if you were not trained in it. Simple.
Mm.
You can't edit a microdrama if you didn't get the training. You won't do it. You won't do it well. You have to understand the decision making. Even in the trainings that we do, Our trainer has to do a course. Just this is the difference between traditional filmmaking, your decision and your microdrama decision. These are things
Mm.
that people need to learn. And
Yeah.
I will tell you that we went far and wide with the trainers that we were working with, and
Mhm.
in making sure that we're getting people that are already established in the industry and have done good work, because you're going to
Right.
see microdrama has a lot of experts. There's
Yeah.
so many experts in microdrama, and so you need to make sure that you're getting people that have actual experience, in the industry, and that do. And do you know the hardest people? The editors. Now,
Uh-huh.
because most of the platforms do not, they have their editors in house and they have their editing styles, and they do
Mm.
not allow them to go out. So
Mm.
we've for a lot of the training, we have carefully selected and found editors for microdrama, carefully selected curriculum, because even we work with all the facilitators on the curriculum, and we also try to make sure that our own African elements in our storytelling for every single stream. We have our African storytelling angle for every stream, so we know how to tell our stories. And so at the end of the day, the same way you can see something and say that's a K drama, you can say that's an African microdrama, and then
Right.
you get down
Right.
to the goal is it is quality. And I think
Mm.
that if we all focus on understanding and mastering these things, the stories, we're going to tell. So that's why we have
Okay. All right. All right. We have got downtime. There's issue with connectivity. I'm sure we will be getting Omar Are back. But as we work on getting her back, I think I can quickly expand on what she was talking about. She was on the streams, on the different streams. So I think,
I am so
um,
sorry. I don't know what happened.
oh yeah, there she is. All
I'm
right,
back.
no, no, we've been looking for you in the internet, there,
So
scrounging and
sorry, I
looking.
just went
Don't
off.
worry.
Yes.
All right. So I think you were finalizing the
Oh,
editing for the stream.
it's the hotel internet. Don't worry, I will drop the hotel name so we can all complain. So
Yeah.
for editing, yes. So for editing is a very technical thing, but once you get the hang of it, it flows. So you must learn editing. You must learn the difference between traditional editing, social media editing, and what people don't realize is that microdrama has different types of editors. There are also user acquisition editors, and their jobs are
Oh.
simply to, those ads that you see that draw people in. That's some of
Mhm.
them. That's all they do. They're different from the actual episode
Oh.
editors. So a lot
User.
goes into a microdrama that becomes a hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, the internet is back at it again. Um, so I don't know if you had, if you are watching this, please, and you would like to participate in the conversation, feel free to drop your comments on the comment section there where you're watching, and then hopefully the hotel internet can behave and we can get our lovely guest back. But before that, the emphasis was on the user acquisition. She said there are different types of editors. So these are different types of editors, and she was mentioning the user acquisition editor. I think that's where you were, Omar. If you can
I'm so
just
sorry. I don't.
no, no problem. Just pick up on the other type of editor because I've covered the user acquisition editor.
Yeah. Okay, there's the user acquisition editor, and then there are the general microdrama editors. The user
Ah,
acquisition editors are their jobs are just to get users to watch the drama, to download the app, right? And the
right.
work is that's why you see some microdramas you've watched episode one, and then you come down to the app to watch episode one, and it is slightly different. So the thinking
Mm,
behind all of them are different. the experts in those areas are also different. Some people are able to do all of that, but there are so many people involved, in microdrama editing. And sometimes there is a sound editor, but most microdrama editors know how to learn how to use their own sounds. Part of what we teach as well is using AI to edit, because I do see all the conversations around AI in the group, and I say, look, we're African. This is the first time we're going to be able to shoot content without having a Hollywood budget. We can change so many things. There's a webinar we're having later. I think I've spoken to you about it, Mr. B, about AI that will now help you change like the scenes that you have. How else are you going to fix this? How else are you going to have this grand African scene that was set in what BC? I don't know what year.
In the medieval times. That's what they call it.
Exactly. How are you going to shoot something with like Game of Thrones type footage?
Yeah.
With the that you have. We intend to tell big African stories. We intend to tell hits, and let us make our hits. What is going to help us be better storytellers is using it. We're not saying you should go and or commit your brain to AI. No. You're using AI as a tool to augment, to support the work that you're doing at the end of the day. And it's saving us a lot of money, saving us money in production costs, it's saving us money in so many ways. So in post-production, AI is very helpful. AI can help you change. There's some establishing shots that you need. You're going to get it by understanding how to do your proper prompting. If you don't have some of these things you need and you really want to do it and make your world, because microdrama is a very budget. You must manage your budget. And you're trying to paint this grand world and you need some good stabs. That's the first thing that you're able to get. If you're very good with AI and you know how to do your prompting, your text to video, your image to video, you're going to be able to generate very good establishing shots. So let's tell ourselves we can start with establishing shots and see where we're going to go from there. But that is it for editing. And I'll just segue from talking about AI into AI filmmaking, because that is also one of our courses. And the video that you had played earlier is as a result of the partnerships that we have with video. Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry to interject. There is a question. I don't know if you can see it.
I can hear you.
What is the most compelling series you've seen in recent history that has resonated with you? This is a question to you, I suppose. Yeah, you got that?
Yes, and what did you love about it? I saw a Bridgerton type series. So I was interested in that and just seeing how that story was going to be told. I liked it because it wasn't exactly, I hadn't seen that type before. So I'm very excited about seeing these new microdrama stories that are not like the traditional regular ones. I've seen a couple of horror ones. I'm also aware of some horror ones that have been made on our own end. They are horror type microdramas that are very gripping. They are I'm excited about the comedies as well. I know that they're playing with I had this conversation sometime even before we had started, to see that some of the first actual work that was done that is like microdrama is the sitcom, because the sitcoms had to give you a laugh at every point. So I do believe that there is a big place for that. Sitcoms understood microdrama even way before microdrama was a thing. You have to keep the audience and keep the laughs, those times. So those are some of the exciting stuff that I have seen with microdrama. I don't think that I am as excited as I also saw the one with Both Worlds that Both Worlds did. I love
Oh,
the Both Worlds micro drama. I
uh-huh.
think it's was the
Both worlds.
baby, and yes, I like that one. I'm just waiting to see the microdrama that comes out of the continent, because in
Yeah.
talking to some of these global execs, they will tell you that, oh, we've run out of stories. And that is the weirdest thing to hear as an African, because we have stories every time. So
Yeah.
I think what I'm most excited about seeing is what is about to come out as well. Oh, and let me add that there's also the in the Middle East as well. There are some Arabian microdramas that are starting. There was one about a mafian boss, and yes, that one was interesting. I like seeing new stories that are
Yeah.
coming out in microdrama, and you can see clearly that people have learnt it and they're trying to elevate it. So yeah.
Nice. Did you enjoy the one by is it Issa Rae, Screen Time? Have you watched it?
Yes, I have watched it. I enjoyed it. I've watched it and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I've watched it and I enjoyed it. I like that there is a variety of the kind of microdrama that can be consumed across. I do. I love it. I love that there's a variety of microdrama that can be consumed. So yes, I watched it. I liked how they drop it. I think that there's a lot to learn about
Yeah.
it. I wish that TikTok would extend those same partnerships. We're having conversations with them, but
Yeah.
extend those same partnerships our way, and to see how, because sometimes the content is helped, and we want to get that kind of support
Mm.
here, so our stories can also get that kind of global
Yeah.
push, or global global visibility on the algorithm, essentially. So I think
Yeah.
that we are more powerful. That's why your
Mm.
group is very important. We're more powerful when we are standing together, and that's when we're
Yes.
creating content, releasing content together. Then there is more power. Then you can decide, this is how much we're setting, this is the minimum we're going to take. But right now, we're still at the point where we're proving that there is actual consumption of what we're creating.
We are getting there. We are really, really getting there. And slow but sure. The fact that even us as Africans came up and we mobilized, we came together. You are on the
Mm,
training front already, making sure that the correct skills are imparted for us to
mm,
participate in this format. It means
mm.
that we are there, and Africa has a wealth of stories, and I really think that African stories can fit quite nicely into this format. And because we
They
will
were
see
made.
ourselves,
They were
yeah,
made. I don't think there is a better story that is made for microdrama. We're very
mm,
dramatic as a people. Our emotions go haywire. We're going to shout. We're going to slap. So we're
yeah,
going to do whatever it is. That's a part of our daily life. So it was made for us,
yeah.
and I am very excited to see what is happening in the continent. By the end
Mm,
of this year, I know that there will be a lot of active African microdrama out there.
definitely. There is a question from Sisanda. A new screenwriter. I would love to get into microdrama, but I haven't found AI that supports someone like me without charging me. Also, where can I learn more about microdrama making? I don't know. This one came in late. Oh yeah, I remember this one came in today, joined the group today. So
Okay.
they don't know about the training intervention that we've been running. And
Oh, okay.
also,
Okay.
whilst I'm there, Oma, we are going to announce, because you have picked 43 people to go
Yes.
through your training program. Thank you very much on behalf of
Thank you. Thank
everybody
you
else.
very much to
Thank you.
everybody
This is a
that
huge
applied.
milestone. And the ones that are watching, if you can stay tuned, at the end of this, we are going to run a reel that's going to show who actually has been selected. But if we can come back and answer this one,
Okay.
Oma.
So, hi, Sisanda. I'm struggling with the question a bit. I'm going to try to answer it because you love to get into microdrama, but you haven't found AI that supports somebody like you. Are you talking about AI filmmaking? I guess it's
Yes.
AI filmmaking.
Yeah.
So interestingly, it's just that that stream has closed. Interestingly, we have an AI filmmaking stream, and because of the partnership we have, we're able to give the filmmakers that are learning credits to actually learn. So you're learning with free credits. You're going to be able to create your own microdrama with free credits and submit that microdrama for licensing and commissioning. So that
Nice.
is it on the AI video filmmaking.
Yes.
100% unscripted formats are going to enter the vertical drama space. 100, I know some that are on in the works now. So there is what people are playing with now is creators in microdrama spaces. So the
Yeah.
creators are beginning to think about how are we going to adapt microdrama mechanics to what we're doing. So if we can do that, it works. There is even globally, I think something like The Bachelor is going to be launched in Africa. I do know that there is also something that is going to be launched for microdrama on unscripted. So 100% of scripted is coming. We saw that WWE is getting is
Yes.
coming to
Yes.
microdrama.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I saw that.
So
Exciting time.
I would it's exciting. I will tell you that microdrama, we knew all these things were happening. The only thing is that the pace is crazy. I can't like you wake up in the morning and say, oh, this is what we're doing. I will tell you that the plans that we had with our
Yeah.
cohorts were like, okay, it's going to take a year. It didn't take a
Mm.
year. I would immediately after the training, in under 2 weeks, they were able to pitch and to get commissions. And after those commissions, to get
Two
more
weeks.
commissions and to
Mhm.
get for like and to get referrals. So,
Yeah.
so at that point, we were like, oh, what is going on? We didn't expect it that far. We thought, okay, we'll do the training a year, we're going to go on. But no, things are moving so fast in this field that I will tell you that the only thing that shocked me with microdrama is how big AI microdrama has come.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
this question. How big microdrama AI in microdrama has come, and
Yes.
how I would not call it fight it. I would call
Mm.
it understand, master it, then we can do better. You
Yeah.
understand? Then we can I love AI in filmmaking, but right now the numbers for microdrama are bigger. The microdrama AIs are making more money that are getting more views than the human ones. So what are we going to do to fix it? Clearly, there's so many
Mm.
things to be done. The space moves very, very fast, and after some time, there's some stability in certain elements. But you
Yes.
also, the problem with the space as well is that you have people that are not creatives and not
Mm.
creators making decisions. And that's why a lot of the decisions get made really fast in a way that
Yeah.
affects everything negatively, but it's now
Right.
up to the creators to sit down and insist on certain things, because with microdrama a lot of decisions are money decisions at the end of the day. Okay, so
Yeah.
what one theme do you think Africa would effortlessly own? We will own the supernatural themes. We were all born with mythology. We have gods, very active gods that do active things. We have so many stories down here to tell. There's no space that I think that there is no space that we cannot win in microdrama. There's
Yeah.
none. So if mythology, supernatural, definitely, and then just come down to our own family dynamics. That's the whole thing. Our
Yeah.
cultures. Today I was in another conference, and they were just telling me stories from
Mm.
look, stories from life in the village. We have
Yeah.
such a unique perspective that
Yes.
the world hasn't seen, and they have told us that they're not interested in our stories. That's a lie. They want to watch it. Our goal
Mm.
now is to show them that world class quality comes out of Africa. That is what, for me, my mission is to show. Like I the conversation for me is beyond even microdrama, and it really goes into how we as a people perceive ourselves, how we
Yeah.
even relate to each other, and the forces that want to keep us apart, and that don't know that when we trade and collaborate, that is when our power shows. So
Yes.
for me, first of all, what this is doing is going to help us change the way we think about ourselves with the stories we tell. The stories we tell about our culture and our actual endless run of stories. And once we're able to change the way we think about ourselves, then we're going to change the way the world thinks about Africa.
Absolutely. Oh man, Omar, you know, they say time flies when you're having fun. And I
It
wish we
does.
could go on and on for the whole hour, but we always promise people these sessions are 30 minutes, but we've overshot it. But it was fun, it was
Oh my
nice.
God.
And I
Definitely.
really,
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you so much for having taken
Thank you
time
so much.
to be with us this evening. I truly, truly appreciate you. You are coming back next week to start focusing on the
Oh,
different
I
streams.
will, and I will, and I need to commend you as well on what you're building in that space and just controlling. Let me not say controlling the conversation, but
Mhm.
we need to have conversations about what we're building and not always get sidetracked by
Yeah,
things that come inside. It's up to us to build this thing
yeah.
because the industry is moving very fast. If you That's a conversation for another day, but I think we don't have more than 2 years to get
Mm,
stuff done because the big guys are coming down. Are we
yeah.
ready to compete and own our own stories, own our own IP, and finally learn how to make the money from our own IP and not take the money out of the continent?
Yes.
That part is
Yes.
very important. And I think we should all focus on this is what we're building. And
Yeah.
let's make sure that we have something solid here.
Oh man, Omar, you're such a
Thank you.
darling coming to us and
Thank
sharing.
you.
Um, I think we can just take this one very inspiring chat. I'm excited by the momentum and Africa movement. Thank you, AMP
Thank
and
you.
partners. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing. We are working very, very hard. Omar, it's been
Yeah,
a super pleasure having you. Thank you very much.
most
And sorry
definitely.
for taking time because I know you are at a hotel, you were busy with some conferences
No,
there, training, and you
no,
are
I
all over.
said I must come. I've been enjoying the chat. I said I must come for this one today. I must make it. And thank you so much for having me. And
Ah,
thank you to
thank you.
everybody that applied as well, that answered the call. I can't wait for the stories that we tell. I can't.
Thank you so much. And last week you were in Zambia, and now you're here. Now you're there. Now you're there.
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
spreading the gospel of African microdrama.
Thank you so much. Have a great night,
Thank
and
you so much.
we'll chat soon. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.